This is our language, this is our culture, and it is not intended to be taught in a classroom.
Come on, King Crapper.
That's how it's done, diba?
I'm not going to be around forever. If I leave knowledge with you, if I leave what I know how to do with you, then after that it becomes your responsibility. Jayush is going to start making snowshoes. He's got all the little pieces. Here's a hatchet. Now, the snares were right here. Okay, so there's, hang on, I'll take this out. Some of these snares are no good, some of them are good. At the beginning of the year, they were taught how to set rabbit snares, how to cut down trees to feed rabbits, to attract them. And it is very important because we do live in the bushes. The kids need these skills. 2 is good. You're going to check out those ones?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's your hatchet.
Okay.
Okay. Remember, make sure you remember where you're going so that way you can backtrack so you don't get lost. You might have to push this side here. There. That's better. Okay, now do your other one. Exactly the same as you did the first one there. You might even see otter, mink, maybe. A lot of the parents my age we did not teach our children the language. We didn't. And I am one of those people. That I did not teach my children that language. I was a product of the residential school syndrome where if I spoke my language, I was beaten for it. I was sent to bed without supper for it. And my husband also went to the student residence. So when we had children, we had a discussion as to whether we should teach our kids the language or not. And because of the negative experience that we had, we decided that maybe it's best we didn't teach our kids. Years later now, in hindsight, as they say, I wish I did not do that. I wish that I taught my children my language. Tässä mä katsoin sanoa sekin päälle. Kaiti muuta kiinnostaa ja matsi otaksi. Hän voin. Ajaksi puu piti päiväisen se puu karkaa mistä ne Susanna se kotta kaikki mistä niin. Mä kistän niitä tui Peter. Kistän mä niitä tui. So now, my grandchildren, the only time they hear it is when my husband and I speak it, because my 2 children don't speak it. And a lot of young people are in the same boat. A lot of them wish that their parents taught them Cree. My throat hurts again. Tässä nousee kun mitsoin eikä mitä kita. Tätä pasua that.
She didn't give me it until she started putting it in here.
So it's all her fault, is it?
You're a good girl.
Someday, hopefully, these kids are going to grow up. They're going to have their own children. So now they have some knowledge that they can pass to their children so that knowledge is not lost and the culture is not lost. Not even! You're going to throw it? Bro.
Land base. You have to do a lot of stuff out here. Set snares, snowshoeing, make some bannock.
That's it too.
It's fun. It's fun. It's more bonding time.
Okay, start from where we did. No cheating, Melvin.
What do you mean no cheating?
Yeah, you're trying to touch the tree. Whoa! Terrible! Okay, Peter. It also connects you to the land. So the language and the culture are all intertwined. You can't do one without the other. So it is very important for the kids to learn their language and to learn their culture as well as for a sense of belonging and their self-identity as well. Somebody come and hold it down right here.
Like,
Like if you go out in the lake, and a lot of stuff helps. If you come here.
What do you do with the hide after?
Well, if you take it to a taxidermist and these gloves on? No.
No, they're easy.
Yeah.
It looks like cab right there.
Someday, these kids are going to be adults. They need to learn to be independent.
Look, I'll get a piece of cardboard.
The thing that I have seen over the years is a lot of parents do not allow their kids to do this, to do that. And in order for kids to learn to be independent and responsible adults, they have to learn. They have to learn to do this, to do that. They have to make mistakes. Every now and then you might have to cut your finger. Put a Band-Aid on it. Keep going.
Ooh, it smells like stinky fart.
Plant a seed in these kids to learn to be independent, to learn to do things on their own. Then even if you only plant that one seed, then you have accomplished something. You have managed to sway one kid to be able to be independent.
That's how I'm gonna grow up, and I want to teach my kids how nature is too when I grow up.
You want to raise an independent generation, not a dependent generation.
They can make a little small. I sand them and I'll make another one this time.
How do you make this?
Yeah, that's how I make.
That's so cool. Look.
Go observe, go learn. It's a skill that's going to be lost. And if you observe, someday you might try it and you might be the only person that'll have that skill. And it'll be your responsibility to pass on that skill.
For over the handle thing, please.
Huh?
I need a dog sleigh because I have a bunch of dogs.
Oh, you got a dog. Robot skin to make a rabbit.
I'm not going to be around forever. If I leave knowledge with you, if I leave what I know how to do with you, then after that it becomes your responsibility.
It feels weird walking in these.
I have taken kids out here, and then they say it's really quiet, and I said, well, sit quietly. You can actually hear your own heartbeat. And a lot of the kids have actually, never sat down and listened to their own heartbeat. But out here, you can actually hear it. You can actually hear your own heartbeat out here. It is so quiet. It's beautiful. When you see the kids come out here, you see them relaxed. You see them enjoy themselves.
Jake!
Are you gonna try it, Jake? Okay.
There's one under the...
Don't miss the tree, Julie. I'm winning right now.
There's nothing wrong with making a mistake. If you don't tie your snowshoes right, well, fine, retie them. If you don't do something right the first time, nobody's going to give you heck for it. You just try and try again, and that's how you learn.
But pull it at the same time.
The kids want to keep coming back, and that's the good thing, that they really enjoy being out here.
Everybody calls it Amachewespimawin.